या डिजाइनर हैं। यहाँ आप अपने काम को शोकेस करके दूसरों को टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स देते हुए आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। अपना कम्युनिटी में आपको मिलेगा मेंटर्स का एक खजाना और बड़े इन्फ्लुएंसर्स का साथ, जो आपको हर कदम पर 1-to-1 गाइड करेंगे। यहाँ आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं अपने फील्ड या इंडस्ट्री स्पेसिफिक ग्रुप्स, जहां आपको ऐसे कई लोग मिलेंगे जिनसे सीख के आप वो गलती ना करें जो वो कर चुके हैं। ऐसे लोगों की जिन्होंने स्टार्ट किया था एज एग्जीक्यूटिव्स एंड आर नाउ सक्सेसफुल मैनेजर्स इन देयर डोमेन्स, जो आपको आगे बढ़ाने में मदद करेगा। यहाँ आपको मिलेगा वो सही डायरेक्शन जो आपकी करियर को नेक्स्ट लेवल ले जाएगा। तो लेट्स अनलॉक योर पोटेंशियल टुगेदर। अपना कम्युनिटी में ज्वाइन करें और अपने सपनों की ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचने का सफर शुरू करें।
Hi everyone, we'll be starting with our session very shortly. हम बस अगले और 2-3 मिनट का वेट करेंगे ताकि और लोग जो ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं, जो जुड़ना चाहते हैं वो भी आ जाए. So we'll be waiting for another couple of minutes and then we'll get started. Just waiting for other people to also join in.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
जॉब की बात चलाने के लिए कॉन्टैक्ट्स बनाना बड़ा आसान है। नमस्ते सुधाकर जी, 3rd फ्लोर वाले सुधाकर जी की कंपनी में कोई पोस्ट खाली हो सकती है। सर वो अपने इंटरव्यू के बारे में कहा था। आपका वैसे मैनेजर की चाय रोज सीधे नंदू भैया के यहाँ से ही जाती है। सीवी देख लेना। या फिर अपने जौनपुर वाले फूफा जी के दूर यहीं तो रहते हैं। पैसा ऑप्शंस तो बहुत है, पर नौकरी सिर्फ एहसान से मिले जरूरी है क्या? अपना ऐप पे लाखों जॉब ऑप्शंस है, 4 से होती है और झट से इंटरव्यू शेड्यूल हो जाता है। तो मैंने जॉब चुनी अपने दम पे, अपना काम आएगा।
हे दोस्तों, वेलकम टू अपना कम्युनिटी। ये वो जगह है जहां आप अपने असली पोटेंशियल को एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं। देखो, सबके पास स्किल्स होते हैं, पर क्या आपके अंदर वो स्पार्क है जो आपको कामयाबी की ऊंचाइयों तक ले जा सकता है? अगर आप सोच रहे हैं जॉब चेंज करने के लिए लेकिन रेज्यूमे सेलेक्ट नहीं हो रहा, या फिर इंग्लिश में इंटरव्यू देना थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग लग रहा है, तो फिक्र मत कीजिए। यहाँ हम हैं आपके साथ, आपको सपोर्ट करने के लिए। अपना कम्युनिटी में आपको मिलेगी बेहतरीन कम्युनिटीज, जहां आप अपने प्रोफेशनल स्किल्स को सुधार सकते हैं। चाहे आप एक्सेल, टैली, जीएसटी में माहिर बनना चाहें, या फिर आप खुद एक ब्यूटिशियन या डिजाइनर हैं, तो यहाँ आप अपने काम को शोकेस करके दूसरों को टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स देते हुए आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। अपना कम्युनिटी में आपको मिलेगा मेंटर्स का एक खजाना और बड़े इन्फ्लुएंसर्स का साथ, जो आपको हर कदम पर 1-to-1 गाइड करेंगे। यहाँ आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं अपने फील्ड या इंडस्ट्री स्पेसिफिक ग्रुप्स, जहां आपको ऐसे कई लोग मिलेंगे जिनसे सीख के आप वो गलती ना करें जो वो कर चुके हैं। ऐसे लोगों की जिन्होंने स्टार्ट किया था एज एग्जीक्यूटिव्स एंड आर नाउ सक्सेसफुल मैनेजर्स इन देयर डोमेन्स, जो आपको आगे बढ़ाने में मदद करेगा। यहाँ आपको मिलेगा वो सही डायरेक्शन जो आपकी करियर को नेक्स्ट लेवल ले जाएगा। तो लेट्स अनलॉक योर पोटेंशियल टुगेदर। अपना कम्युनिटी में ज्वाइन करें और अपने सपनों की ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचने का सफर शुरू करें।
Yeah, hi everyone. I think we are good to get started now. Trishna, everything fine on your side?
Yes.
Okay, sure. All right, so let me just quickly introduce the session today and also give a little bit of idea on why we are here, what we are going to cover. So this is another chapter of our spoken English series, and we've been doing these sessions as a part of the Apna community, primarily to help our users, our candidates, to improve certain skill sets like their spoken English skills, interview preparation, and we are doing multiple series throughout the week. This is one such series that we've been doing every week on Friday, and yeah, the main objective here is to help you improve your spoken English skill set. And for that, we have Trishna here with us, who's been guiding our community and has been teaching spoken English for many years now. So yeah, if anyone has any doubts, any questions in this session, you can raise your hand and you can also address those questions in the chat and Q&A section. We will take up opportunities to address these questions and also encourage you to interact with us. But yeah, anything apart from that, I think Trishna would be the ideal person to to guide us through the session. And yeah, over to you, Krishna. Yeah.
Dipanjan, actually, I'm going to throw the ball back in your court.
Yeah.
Can you actually demonstrate where the Q&A section is? Because I
Yes.
think most people miss it, and then
Yeah.
we are like
Yeah,
not
sure.
answering questions.
Sure. So if you're on your Zoom call, at the very bottom, you will see there are two options. One is called Q&A, with little chat box, like a chat emoji there next to the participants option. And then there's also a chat. So you can either add your questions in Q&A or you can add it in chat. We will take note of these questions and we will be answering these questions every now and then whenever we take breaks. And we also encourage you to, if possible, keep your cameras on and interact in this session as much as possible. Yeah. So,
All right. Do I need to introduce myself again?
sorry.
Disabled participant. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Can you enable my screen share or Dipanjan,
Yeah,
please?
sure. 1 second. Yeah, done.
Thank you. Okay, so I have this fun game that I thought of, and it's very important for me to have that screen up. I can really like start chatting, but then if I don't have the screen up, you guys will miss the game. So I'm just trying to get that up first. You can be patient with me. You know, the most difficult thing to bear is silence. Like when nothing happens, then what do we do?
Yeah.
Dipanjan, did we find some music? Or
Not
silent
really.
music?
I
Not
have to
really.
check that. Yeah.
Um, okay, is my screen visible now? No.
Yeah, it says visible.
Okay, so how many of you figured out what the topic is today? I'm audible, Dipanjan?
Yeah, you're audible.
I'm audible. Okay.
Yep.
So the thing is, this is an interactive session. We are going to talk to each other a lot. Spoken English gets better with speaking English, and that's what we are going to do here. My name is Krishna, and I am a coach as well as I handle operations at 50 Coaching Center. We tied up with Apna to really bring this to the Apna community. So that you guys can get benefit of spoken English and see how you can use this better in your interview as well as your professional life. Okay, so we've covered various topics today. We found that people struggle, like there's a lot of confidence issues because you're not able to say words properly. And today we want to address that. Okay, so if you can, we have like a PowerPoint presentation. All of you who are on your phones, if you just, flip your screen, you will be able to see that. It will be helpful for you to have an anchor with respect to the flow of the content. For 50 minutes, we will go according to the flow and try and stay with the topic that we are, discussing on here. And after that, what we will do is, at the end of it, we will have a question and answer session. So anything that strikes you at all, please write it in chat, okay? And if you want to talk, you have a virtual hand, please raise it. Dipanjan will call out your name and you can speak. We try and make, conversations like one person at a time so that everyone can get value, okay? Dipanjan, is that okay? So you'll be watching out and calling out names. Is it?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll keep track of the questions also.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So, yes, okay. All right, great. So everyone ready? So what I want all of you to do is get onto your keyboards. We're going to have a little bit of game and all of you have to respond very quickly. Okay.
So Krishna, I think there's an issue with the audio. A lot of people are not able to hear. Can you
Not
try
able to
adjusting
hear?
the mouse, the microphone once, maybe?
Yes, okay. Let me just disconnect and connect back. Just give me a second.
Okay. Like I can hear you, but I think it's a bit low for others.
How is this now?
I think better.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, not audio is not audible.
Okay.
Ashok, how's it now? Is it better? Okay, audible. Okay, all right, moving on. So we have a quick game. Thank you. So, all right, so we will jump into this game. It's written on the screen. We will read it out also. And what you need to do is very quickly respond in chat. You have like literally 10 seconds to respond. Okay? Just give me one moment. All right, can I have a volunteer to read out what is there on the screen? Anyone? So the thing is, when you're on an English speaking class, it's like swimming. The best way to learn how to swim is actually get into the water, right? So the moment you get into the water is when you can learn how to swim. The way you can improve your spoken English is by speaking. What we try and do while our classes are just about 1 hour, a little longer than that, what we try and do is give you an opportunity to talk. Okay? So we try and accommodate as many people who want to. So please take this chance to actually have a conversation. Okay?
Yeah, if anyone wants to go ahead and try, you can raise your hand. I can I call out your name and you can go ahead.
Hi, sir. This is me, Ashok Yadav.
Yeah,
Can
hi
I read
Ashok.
that?
Yeah, just 1 second. Yeah, Zishna, I think Ashok wants to go ahead.
Yeah. Would you rather? Would you rather be able to fly or become invisible?
Okay, did you understand the question?
Yeah, madam.
Okay, what's your answer? Quickly. Everyone else in chat, please answer the question in chat. Dipanjan, can you translate that in Hindi?
या बाकी सब लोग इस क्वेश्चन का जवाब चैट में दे सकते हैं. Everyone here can answer this question in chat. Apart from Ashok, you can go ahead and answer this.
Okay, so the thing is, this is not a question that we need to take time. Okay, just be really, really quick. So you read the question, you understand it, and you type. Can everyone do that?
या आप अपने जवाब जल्दी जल्दी यहाँ पे दे दीजिए एंड ज्यादा सोचने का वक्त मत लीजिए. या एबल टू फ्लाई. ओके.
Okay, lovely. Thank you, Pavan.
Yeah.
Rosie, lovely. Okay, Manas. Okay, go ahead, Ashok. What's your answer? Would you rather fly or become invisible? Ashok,
Yeah, he's
Hello. Able to fly.
you want to fly. Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Next person, volunteer, quickly, who wants to try? We live in a world of instant coffee. Why are we so slow? Fast, fast.
anyone who
Joldi, joldi.
I will read this.
Who's this?
Ankur.
Ankur, fantastic. Go ahead, quickly.
Yeah. So, would you rather always have to tell the truth or be able to read the minds?
Okay, what's your answer?
To tell the truth.
You want to be able to tell the truth. Okay. Shabani says read the mind. Pavan says tell the truth. Guys, come on. Everyone, quickly. You have literally 10 seconds to answer. Quickly.
I'm Ashok to tell the truth.
Okay, awesome, Ashok. Ashok, type, okay? Please
Yeah.
type your answers. We're looking after them. All right, who would like to try the third one? Who would like to read? Dipanjan, so the thing is, let's do it this way. After the person reads, can you translate the same thing in Hindi very
Yeah.
quickly?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the third person who will read out? Oh, lovely. People started answering. Nobody wants to read. You
Yeah,
don't
they're
wanna-
just reading it. They're just reading it. So, like, would you rather travel back in time or visit the future?
No, I
Uh,
want somebody. Somebody can use this opportunity to practice their spoken English. So reading is a practice. Right?
Sure.
Who wants to try that?
Can I try again?
Who's
Ankur,
this?
this is Ankur. So would you
Ankur.
rather travel? Yeah. So would you rather travel back in the time or visit the future? So my answer is travel back in the time.
Why?
Ma'am, to enjoy, some good moment of my past and see.
That's so touching. Your father is still around? Ashok?
I think this is Ankur. Ankur,
Ankur. Okay, sorry.
yeah.
Ankur. Is your father still around?
Sorry.
Is your father still around?
No, no, ma'am. I mean, he's not more with us.
Sorry to hear that. I'll definitely post it on Apna if I come across a time machine. For sure. Yes, Asra, go ahead.
Anyone else who wants to go ahead? Yeah.
Asra.
Asra, yeah, please go ahead. You can unmute yourself. Asra, you're not audible. Yeah.
Can I try?
Yeah,
Yes,
please go
please
ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah. This one is, would you rather travel back in time or visit the future?
Okay, what's your answer?
I will visit the future
Why?
because I already know my past. So I want to explore my future now.
Oh, lovely.
But Mother, my question is, why is it only related to personal past? It can be as much back in time you can go, right? So, like, have fun with it, change history.
So you
That
would
is
want to
also
do.
there.
What history would you like to change the past with?
Oh, it'll be too controversial now. No, no,
No,
public
let's
forum.
hear it.
Nay, nay, not
You-
right now.
You
There's,
have like five. You have 5 words. The
Yeah.
whole Apna community now wants to know.
yeah, I would like essentially learn, solve some myths, right? Like meet famous people like Da Vinci and all, and understand whether or not, the inventions that we read about is actually physically possible. So yeah, meet some like famous historical figures back then.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, who wants to try next? Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Only 5 people are responding, Department. The rest of our community is sleeping.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Guys, please like be open to coming up and communicating. Like even if you're making mistakes, that's completely fine. अगर आप गलतियां भी कर रहे हैं तो उसमें कोई इशू नहीं है. आप ट्राई कीजिए ताकि ऐसे एक्सरसाइजेस से आप थोड़ा बहुत सीख सके, इम्प्रूव कर सके. तो अगर कोई भी अगला वाला ट्राई करना चाहे, आप अनम्यूट करके ट्राई कीजिए प्लीज.
So like he said,
Hello?
spoken English. Yes, who's this?
Ma'am, myself Rakesh. Ma'am.
Rakesh.
Yes. Ma'am,
Alright.
I want to get back into my past work.
Okay, you want to get back to the past. Okay. Can you read what's written on the screen?
Ma'am,
Can you read what's written on the screen, Rakesh?
yes, ma'am. Would you rather have all the knowledge in the world or infinite creativity?
Okay, which one do you choose?
Ma'am,
Which one do you choose? Do you understand the question?
ma'am. No, ma'am.
Dipanjan, can you translate it
यस
in
यस
Hindi?
तो इस क्वेश्चन का बेसिक मतलब है कि आप दुनिया की जितनी भी नॉलेज है, जितना भी ज्ञान है दुनिया में, वो आप लेना चाहेंगे या फिर इनफाइनाइट क्रिएटिविटी, मतलब क्रिएटिव चीजों में आपका अनलिमिटेड पोटेंशियल आप चाहोगे.
Sir, infinite creativity.
ओके.
Okay, why?
You can answer in Hindi also if you want, if you feel you're not confident enough. That's also
Sir,
fine.
actually, okay, okay. You are explaining in Hindi is I think it's a way because I am not understanding Hindi.
Oh, okay, okay. Then,
Please
then,
explain in it.
yeah, yeah. If are you okay with English then?
Yes, yes, sir. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
okay
Okay.
with
So,
it.
like, which one would you pick and why?
Sir, please explain in once in English, sir. I will explain.
It says that, do you want to have all the knowledge in the world, like every knowledge that's there in the world, or do you want to have infinite creativity? Infinite creativity in the sense, like you'll have a lot of potential to do something creative, something unique. So, which one would you pick?
Sir, infinite creativity.
Okay, and why is that?
Uh, because if a person having some knowledge in any particular area, but we have to like explore that knowledge. That is a good thing. Unless the experience, the knowledge is wasted. So my point of view.
Okay.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have another question for you. Rakesh, I have another question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you feeling scared when you speak on public forum right now?
Ma'am?
Are you feeling scared?
No, no, ma'am. You can ask any number
I
of
can ask
questions.
you
I can
anything.
ask.
Fantastic. Good to know you're not feeling scared. I'm so happy to hear that.
Because I want to good it in English. I want to be.
You're well on your way. Good way to go. Okay, who else wants to try and break the fear of speaking in public?
If there's anyone who wants to try, you can just unmute yourself. Yeah, Rosie, go ahead.
This one. Would you rather always have to wear mismatched socks or sing out loud every time you walk into a room? So, so in this case, so I'll think sing out loud every time you walk into a room
Lovely. Why?
because I never wear mismatched socks. So for me, this will be better.
Right. Who wants to try next? Last one. Okay.
Yeah, anyone else who wants to try?
See, the secret of experience lies in your doing. So the more you do, the more you'll take away from the session. Like I don't do like I think people who've attended my session before, and I see some familiar faces this time, the content.
Yeah.
Actually will let you know that I don't do a knowledge session. Like I don't share knowledge. But what I do in my sessions is make you do activities so you can learn from what you're doing, and that's what learning English is all about, right? So unless you may watch n number of videos, you may watch read a lot of books, but unless you actually speak, you'll not be able to speak, right? So the more you participate, whether it is in chat or whether it is in these opportunities that we are creating for you, the more you will be benefiting. Like you may have come into this and you'll be like, oh my God, I can never speak in public. And here you are talking to a community of like literally 40 people. And you're like, hey, it's okay, that's a huge takeaway to take away from. So please use this chance and do that. Oh, thank you, Palami. You got my point. Please go ahead.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, would you rather only be able to speak in rhymes, or only be able to communicate through emojis?
Yeah. Whichever you want to do.
The first one I prefer. Only be able to speak in rhymes because
Yeah, tell me because.
because through emoji I'm not be able to communicate with other people. It is the best way to rhymes. If I communicate with the rhymes, then it will be the best way to communicate.
Lovely. So next time I'll hear poetry from you. Call me.
Sorry, ma'am.
Next time you come into my session, we will hear some poetry from you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Shall we
you.
try?
No, ma'am. I'm not. Uh, uh, I'm not recite poem.
Poetry is about self-expression. You don't have to rhyme. In my classes, we throw the rule book out of the window and we do what we do and then we figure out a way. Okay. So
Okay.
you never know. You might write great poetry. Right? Never say never.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, ma'am.
Who's this?
Yeah, myself Saeed Yunus. I'm from
Right.
Jammu and Kashmir.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
yeah. Actually, I prefer first one.
Okay.
The reason is I like poetry very much.
Okay.
Okay, I'm a big fan of Mirza Ghalib and Allama Iqbal.
Okay.
So that is the reason I will choose first one.
I see. Thank you so much for sharing it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so isn't it lovely that we're starting to really talk to each other a little bit? Like,
Yeah.
let's do that more.
Yeah.
And our focus, if you start noticing, we want to tell each other stuff about ourselves and we're starting to focus on whether this is English class or not. And that's
Yes.
the whole point, right? Like when you're learning a language, focus on other stuff. Just do it in English. It works. Right. Okay. So let's get out from the poetry world and get into what this class is all about. So today we are looking at working on a pronunciation. Okay. So now usually there is a confusion between what pronunciation is and what accent is. Like, does anybody know the difference? What's the difference between pronunciation and accent? Is it the same or is it different? And if it is same, why? If it is different, why do you think so? Anyone? So pronunciation is really like a very set way of producing sounds. Okay. So this may come as a surprise to you that English language. Um, okay. So one of you who read out before, can I call out your name? Rosie, can you help me? Are you
Yes,
there?
please. Yes.
Okay. Rosie, can you read out what's there on the screen? The first word.
Pronunciation.
Okay, pronunciation, right? Is this made of sounds?
Sound is there. Yes.
Sound is there. Okay, how did you read it? Like, did you read the word like P-R-O and then you said, okay, P is pa and R is ra and, so you say pro? Is that how you read?
Pronunciation.
So do you see the text and then try to make out the sound? Is that how you read?
The both the ways. If I'm not able to read something, I'm hearing it, then I try to break the word
Mm-hmm.
and see the sound of it. But
Okay.
if I can read it, then that also I try to break it and feel the sound of it.
Okay, so do you practice reading or producing sounds by listening or by actually looking at the words and sounding out the sounds of each letter? How do you do it?
I think both the ways.
You do both the ways. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So the thing is, when it comes to English language, I think some of you might have already learned the fact that there's something called phonetics. Okay. So
Right.
English language, unlike most Indian languages, the sound system is actually different from the written word. So that's why you will see the same letter sometimes pronounced differently, or different, letters will be pronounced in the same way. Okay. So there are 44 sounds in Indian English, not in Indian English, in English, and there are 26 letters that we use to write, so graphics, right? So today we're going to be learning about that. Understanding that it's not that you need to know phonetics and you need to know all the 44, visual representations, but you need to know that the best way to learn how to speak is hear how the word is said. Okay. And the best way to learn how to write is to actually learn the graphical representation of the word. So which means you literally have to learn the spelling. So if you've noticed that if you read by written language, you will make mistakes in your sound. And if you try to write based on the sound, you'll make mistakes in spelling, which doesn't happen in an Indian language. How many of you have noticed that? So in Hindi, for example, a ka is a ka. It wouldn't become anything else. Okay. But in English, CH can be ch and CH can be ka also. You want to know examples? Can someone read this out to me? CH. Yeah, C is also like the sounds S and K. Both are there. So just by looking at the word, you will not be able to tell whether it is, how it is pronounced. Right? So if this is pronunciation, there is a standard called IPA, which is an international standard. It has 44 sounds, and that's what the whole world uses to refer in terms of pronouncing or putting together sounds in an English language. It's how you let out air from your throat and your mouth, and what changes you make that produces different sound, and how you knit them together to form different words. Okay? So if this is pronunciation, then what is accent? Is it the same? Who's this?
No, ma'am. Yeah, Saeed here.
Said, yeah.
Actually, what I have understood, ma'am, like pronunciation refers to how individual sounds.
Okay.
And if we talk about accent refers to the unique way how a person or a group of people pronounce the words. So
What does that mean?
this is what
Unique
I
way
have
they
understood,
pronounce.
ma'am. You can correct me, ma'am.
No, I'm trying to understand from you, like what do you mean unique way of pronouncing words? If we start pronouncing words differently and uniquely, then the whole pronunciation changes. Isn't it?
Like I said, pronunciation refers to how individual sounds.
Okay, so but not the whole word.
Sorry?
So pronunciation is like if I say pronunciation, like if I take the word pronunciation, so these are pronunciation, but if I say pronunciation, that's accent, is it? Syed, I'm trying to understand what you're saying, your definition. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm getting you, ma'am.
Yeah, is that what you mean when you said what we said, like pronunciation is individual sounds when I demonstrated? Is that what you mean?
Actually, I'm not able to express this thing and this thing. So, but what I have understood so far, I have just communicated with you, ma'am.
So, can you give me an example?
Hello.
Yeah, can you give me an example of your definition?
No, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Syed, I'm very proud of you for speaking your mind. It takes guts to come on a public forum and, share what you think. Okay. So good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. It's not about, sometimes it's not about right or wrong. It's about coming out there and actually checking where our concepts are. And, that's very important when we want to learn. So Syed is partly right. But everything that he said about accent and pronunciation is just pronunciation. Okay. So sounds put together in words, all of that is pronunciation. So how you say the word is pronunciation. But if you notice how so when you say a sentence, okay, Syed, since you're at it, can you read this for me?
Yeah, ma'am, sure.
Yeah.
Have you ever dreamt
Sayed,
of
1 second. Can you do like an accent? Like, can you do an American or a British or an Australian or any, some accent which is very pronounced?
Yeah, I will try, ma'am.
Which one?
American?
American? Okay. So everybody notice how he reads. Okay. So Sayed is going to read this out in the American accent. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, have you ever dreamt of being a singer, a focus actor, or maybe even a superhero with a voice that could charm birds from the trees? Well, guess what? You are already have the potential.
Okay. And can you read it out in your normal accent?
In normal, ma'am, yeah. Have you ever dreamt of being a singer, a focus actor, or maybe even a superhero with a voice that could charm birds from the trees? Well, guess what? You already have that potential.
Okay. So what's the difference? Anyone else, like you heard Syed, what's the difference between the first one, American, and how he read out now?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, who's this?
Ma'am, Poulumi.
Yeah, Purnami. What's the difference, Purnami? You want to try reading it in an accent?
Okay.
No,
Have
what
you,
do you want to do? I didn't understand. You want to respond or you want to read it?
ma'am, I want to read the,
You want to read. Which accent are you going to try?
British accent.
You want to try British. Okay, go ahead.
Have you ever dreamed of being a singer, a famous actor, or maybe even a superhero with a voice that could charm birds from the trees? Well, guess what? You already have that potential.
Okay, thank you so much. So the thing is, our accents need a little bit of work. But having said that, the
Yeah,
difference.
sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. Can I say something?
Who's it?
Yeah, Said here.
Said,
Yeah, I'm disturbing you, ma'am. Sorry for that.
no problem. Go ahead.
Okay. Actually, I think here MTI plays a vital role, ma'am. Like,
Yeah, so don't worry about that. What I'm trying to bring to your notice is pronunciation of the word itself, like whether it's American, whether it is British, whether it is Indian, whether it is MPI influence, or whether it is Portuguese influence. Okay. It actually there is a rhythm in the way people talk. Okay, what rhythm means is um, the way we talk has a melody. Okay, it's like music, right? Music has its ups and downs. We stress on certain words, or we play down certain words. There's a way we ask questions, right? So, and native speakers speak English from day go, but again, you see the melody in with which they speak, like Australian or British or American, will be different. Have you guys noticed that? So there are certain bass sounds which remain the same, but there is a slight difference in that, but they remain more or less the same. But also the melody and the rhythm changes, drastically. So Americans speak a little slowly, if you've noticed. British, they tend to speak fast, right? Indians have a medium rhythm in which they speak. Okay, we stress on our R's and T's, so we'll be like, you already have that potential, right? Have you ever dreamt of being a singer, a famous actor, or maybe even a superhero? That's Indian, right? Have you ever dreamt of being a singer, a famous actor, or maybe a superhero, right? Like we're changing the rhythm of what we say. So that's the accent, right? So the point of this entire thing is that when you're learning how to speak English clearly, is don't worry about accent as a point. Like clean out your pronunciation first. And there is an international standard to do that, which is called the IPA. Okay. So as long as you're understandable, that is what is key. Okay. So coming back to Rosie, she brought up a very important point, which I would like to revisit. So if you're really looking at, so here we read out, how many sentences are there? 1, 2, 3. We read out 3 sentences. What are these sentences made of? They're made of words. Anybody knows what syllables are? Sayed, you want to give it a shot? Do you know what syllables are? Everyone quiet. Okay. Rosie, I think you know.
Ma'am, can I say that?
Who is this? Rosie?
No, ma'am, Neha.
Neha. Yeah, go ahead, Neha.
Ma'am, syllable are actually the vowels and the consonants, the
Mhm.
sound we have in English.
All right. So pick a word from this.
Whi-
Pick
Which
a
one?
word. Pick a word from stuff written on your screen.
Potential?
Potential. How many syllables does this have?
Ma'am, actually, I don't know that.
Okay. How many sounds does it have?
I think 3.
Who's this?
Yeah, Sayed.
Sayed. Okay.
Yeah.
Let her try, and then we'll see. How many sounds does it have? Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm not that much good at grammar.
No,
So,
it's not grammar. What you need to do is when you say potential, hear yourself and then try and identify how many sounds it has. I'm not asking you syllables, I'm asking you sounds. How many different sounds does it have? Oh,
I think, ma'am, 3. Am I right?
3.
sounds. I'm asking sounds. I'm not asking syllables.
ma'am, what kind of sounds? Like a single word?
So this word is made of many sounds, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Potential. You're producing sound from your mouth,
Yes, ma'am.
correct? No? How many different types of sound did you produce when you had to say potential?
Ma'am, 3.
Neha, when
Yes,
you say
ma'am.
potential,
Sorry, ma'am.
no, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I'm proud of you. So, Neha, the thing is so I'm trying to teach you how to identify it, okay? It's a skill. Please learn, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you game? Would you like to learn? Neha,
Ma'am, I didn't get it.
would you like to learn? I'll teach you.
Yes, ma'am, I will. I
Okay.
want.
You want to know. Okay. So here, when you say the word potential, I want you to close your eyes and listen to what you're saying. Okay, potential. Okay. How many different? Don't look at the spelling. How many different sounds are you making? Like h is a sound. O is a sound. How many sounds like that did you make?
Mm, 6.
Okay. What are they? What are they? Go ahead. What
Uh,
are they?
potential. So, potent, X-Men.
Yeah. How many?
Ma'am, O sound
Yeah. O sound.
and
Yes.
the
Mhm.
potent in E sound
Eh.
and
What is the E sound? Eh.
potential.
Eh.
A or
Eh.
S.
Potential. F. Then after
And
F, what's the sound?
E.
P O T F. Then
Potential. L. Sorry.
you did P O T E. After that, what's the sound? Potential.
And potential.
Hmm.
Ma'am, I'm not.
You're doing good. Go ahead. You're doing really well. Go ahead.
No.
No. Yeah. Then 5 sounds. Then so that's potent. After that,
The sh.
mhm.
She potential. L.
There's one more
Ma'am,
sound in the middle.
potential.
Potential.
A.
So how many sounds?
Okay, 6, 8. Yes, ma'am.
Sounds. How many letters in the word?
10?
9.
9.
How many syllables?
Syllable.
Syed answered that question. 3. Okay.
Okay.
Syed, what are syllables? Can you tell us? Why did you say this word has 3 syllables?
Anyone else who wants to try?
Is it 3? Are you sure? Are we sure it's 8 sounds? Three sounds. Quickly. Okay, so sounds are like these individual sounds. Okay, it's like oh, eh. Those are sounds. So this word is not complicated. Actually, I misled you. Okay, it has 9 letters and it has 9 sounds also. Neha, so it's potential. So E, eh, and the. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Ankur, it's not 4 sounds. 4 syllables. Correct, Ashwini. That's right. Okay. What are the 4 syllables, Ashwini? Can you tell the community? Why does it have 4 syllables? Okay. Right. She's chatting. All right. So basically, there are what we call as vowel sounds. So vowels are basically when you produce sounds and you don't have an obstruction. Okay. So O, A, E, A, right? So basically you're just letting out air and there's no obstruction. But if you see a consonant like B, T, K, M, so you're putting an obstruction over there. Okay. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me, no? Okay.
Yeah.
Just seems gone quiet already. Okay, so basically that's how it's vowels and consonants are differentiated, and there are way more vowel sounds than consonant sounds. So basically every syllable has one consonant sound. Okay, so potential, potential, potential. Okay. Correct. One vowel sound per syllable. That's a written language. There are so Sharanya is saying there are 5 vowels. Okay, that's in written, but when you go to spoken, there are 16 sounds that vowel sounds that one needs to look at, and then there are combination vowel sounds which are big sounds. So in spoken English, it is not what you write; it is how you produce sounds that actually look at it. So don't confuse what you write with what you listen. Like it's completely 2 different systems. You need to learn both the systems separately and then make connection in your brain. So that's how you master your written separately and you master your spoken separately, and then you kind of bring it all together. Okay. All right. So now that you know what pronunciation is all about, now if you have to learn IPA and things like that, it will actually, it's a lot, it's very deep. Like we are finding, this little session a little overwhelming, but if you start to actually get into it, it's like you have to do PhD and get into linguistics and things like that. So there are easy hacks, if you will, to learn pronunciation. So one of the easiest ways to do is to listen and reproduce. Okay. So try and listen to the individual sounds and then see how syllables sound and then actually kind of put it all together. That is number one. Number two is so number two is that you can go to Google. Okay. So Google, if there's any new word that you want to pronounce, go to Google, say, I want to know how pronunciation is said, and it will just give you. Generally, it'll pick an accent that's local to your region. So if you're an Indian, it will give you an Indian accent version. If you're in Britain, it'll give you a British accent version. Right? That's another way that you can learn. If you are not able to say a word, the best way to do it is kind of repeat the syllables like 20 times. Break the word down into the syllables and then repeat it 20 times and then try and say the word as a whole, and then you should be able to say it. Okay, so it's literally giving your mouth thing to say the word. Any questions? Is everyone clear? Dipanjan, am I online?
Yeah, you're online. I think people don't have any questions as such, or they are too hesitant to actually ask anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm not able to see anyone else on the screen, so I just don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all blank. Okay, I think videos are off maybe. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. So fine. So that's what we're looking at. So anybody wants to practice, like I have a small activity that I do with my students to improve their pronunciation and the ability to talk. So if you're somebody who finds like you know the words but you're not able to speak, this is a fantastic activity to do to improve that. Would anybody would like to try online?
You can raise your hand if you want to try online, or you can just unmute yourself. Anyone who's interested in trying, अगर कोई भी try करना चाहे तो.
Dipanjan, I'm going to send you these links so
Sure.
that you could play them.
Yeah, you can add it in the chat, I think. Yeah, got it. Yeah, Polumi, you can go for it.
Follow me. What's your English level? Like, follow me.
Yes, ma'am.
So, are you comfortable speaking English little bit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, I can write English, but when I speak in English, then that time I feel hesitant.
You feel hesitation. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. What level of English are you able to follow?
Ma'am, right now I'm in intermediate, not advanced level.
Intermediate. Okay. All right. Dipanjan, can you play the second video for
Yeah.
online?
Yeah. I'll start sharing. So you can stop sharing. The second one, right?
Yeah, the second one.
Okay.
I'll stop.
Yeah, sure.
So Dipanjan, let's make it like for a minute and then stop the video.
Yeah.
Okay, follow me. What I want you to do is first time I want you to listen. So you're going to listen to this video 2 times. Okay. The first time you're going to listen to understand the video. Okay, just understand the story. Don't focus on the language or anything like that. Okay. Then after playing it for a minute, then Dipanjan is going to rewind it and play it again the second time. Okay. This time you're going to listen for how the words are said, like the language. Okay. Okay. I got it right. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Dipanjan, let's start. Let's go for a minute.
B2
Yeah.
story, and it's called The Lovely Lakes. Every county in England has something different to offer. Some have coastlines, others have historical landmarks and national parks. Each country of the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, all have their own counties. One of the reasons England was split into counties was to make it easier for the government to rule. Another important reason was to retain political borders. Most counties in England still have the same name as they did many hundreds of years ago. The current counties have been in place since 1972. Today, we'll focus
Okay, I'm playing it again from the very beginning.
All right.
B2 story, and it's called The Lovely Lakes. Every county in England has something different to offer. Some have coastlines, others have historical landmarks and national parks. Each country of the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, all have their own counties. One of the reasons England was split into counties was to make it easier for the government to rule. Another important reason was to retain political borders. Most counties in England still have the same name as they did many hundreds of years ago. The current counties have been in place since 1972.
All right. So follow me. Now, Dipanjan, there's some patch being seen on your video somehow. The written word is not visible. Am I the only one who's seeing that?
A patch as in?
Like there's a black patch on the video. So can't read the words.
Okay.
Am I the only one seeing that?
Yeah,
Anybody?
it's probably because you are the co-host, right? So I think that's the control panel that's showing. Or is it? Okay, it was there. Okay, let me remove that. Should I
Okay.
play it again?
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
What I was thinking is I'll share my video because I don't have audio, but I think the video should be fine.
Sure. Otherwise, I can share it. I'll remove that black one and share again. No
Yeah.
worries. Yeah.
Yeah. Dipanjan, it's still there.
Yeah.
But
Is this okay now?
yeah, better. Yes.
Yeah.
Fine. So can you...
This is a B2 story,
No, don't play
and it's
the
called
sound.
The Lovely Lake.
Can you mute it?
Yeah.
Let the video play now. Okay, follow me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now what you're going to try and do is you're going to read the video.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to read out whatever is written there. Right?
Okay. Ma'am, can I read?
Dipanjan, is that the first screen?
Yeah. I've just this is the first screen. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, follow me.
Yeah. Every country in England has some things different to offer. Some have coastlines, have others have historical landmarks and national parks. Each country of the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland all have their own countries.
Okay. For me, would you be okay if we correct your pronunciation a bit?
Yeah, ma'am, I can understand some mistake in.
So will you be comfortable if we correct? This is not to make you feel like bad or anything, but just to encourage you to do better. Would that be fine?
Yeah, ma'am, I want.
You want, okay. So I'll ask the community. So community, you guys were listening. Could you identify areas where follow me did not pronounce words correctly? Anyone wants to contribute? Anyone wants to help follow me improve her pronunciation?
Hello, ma'am. This side Ankur. I mean, I think, ma'am, county and country seems similar. She's pronouncing
Correct.
county word.
Yeah. Right. So, follow me. Ankur has like valuable feedback for you. So it is not country, it's county.
County. Okay.
County. Okay. And country.
Okay.
Okay. So when you're saying country, you're correct. But I think you're not familiar with the word county. So how you pronounce country is how you pronounce county as well. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Which is what we do. It's perfectly normal. So what happens is what we're familiar with, we try to kind of mix and match that with something that we're not familiar with. So that's the way we try to do guesswork, and that guesswork is very, very necessary when we're dealing with a language. So you did a good job, but this is how you refine yourself further. Okay. So county, anything else?
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Anything else? Anyone? One moment for me. Hang on. Yeah, all right. So it looks like that's the only feedback we have for you. And thank you so much for reading this out. Okay. So basically what what everyone can do to improve your pronunciation and your speaking skills is, if you don't have an opportunity to speak to people, you don't have an environment, you get these videos according to your English level, right? So you can go to a website and if you don't know your English level, you can go to visit.com, take a test there, it will tell you whether you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. And based on that, you go to YouTube and you search for these stories for your English level. Okay, so they will give you a simple story or a more complex, challenging stories. And then what you do is you listen for the story first. Second time, you listen for the words and pronunciation. And third time, you read it out. Okay. And when you're reading it out, try to identify where you went wrong and try to correct those mistakes. Okay? Now, mostly in pronunciation correction, what really happens is people have patterns of pronunciation mistakes. So they will make mistakes in 5, 6 spots, and then that just shows everywhere in the language. The moment you correct those 5, 6 mistakes, automatically your language will clean up and you sound way better than you used to. Okay? Yes, Ashwini, please read. Do you want to do the same video, or you want to, would you like to listen to the same video, or you want to jump into reading, Ashwini?
Same video, ma'am.
Okay, so you want to listen to the video again, or would you just want to read?
Ma'am, in the screen that shown, can I read that?
Yes, you can. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Every county in England has something different to offer. Some have coastlines, others have historical landmarks and national parks. Each country of the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland all have their own counties. Is that correct, ma'am? Pronunciation or
What do you think?
ma'am? I'm little bit that coastline.
What about it?
Mhm. Ma'am, my pronunciation something like that. Which words?
Where do you feel you went wrong? Like, where did you feel you were awkward?
Ma'am, in some there if I read the some paragraphs or some like there will be some new words that I can't understand that words. So that's time I will be I I can more hesitate and I can't understand that word. So what can I do for that?
Okay, so first of all, regarding pronunciation, your pronunciation is very good.
Okay.
Okay, so there were no mistakes in what you read.
Because ma'am, I'm just completed my MBA and I can searching for job So I can attend two to three interviews. That time I will be speak. When I speak in English, I have little bit go to the my mother tongue or Hindi that time. So I can hesitate in the front of interviewer. So and I can't understand what words what we what words I can use that time.
Understood. So basically, your overall English needs to get better, Ashwini. Okay, so pronunciation, it's a blessing that pronunciation is not one of your problems.
Okay.
Okay, but your vocabulary needs to get better. Like you need to improve, your thinking in English. So start associating everything around you and your experiences with English words. Generally, every day, like spend maybe 15 to 20 minutes just going through your day or going through your previous day and just look at what your experience is like. If you went to a park, what do you find in a park? You find the tree, you find the swings, you find those kind of things. What are people doing there, you know?
Okay,
So like more like descriptive stuff. Try to describe things, and when you're getting stuck, try and look for words for those things in English.
okay.
Okay, so
My major problem is that, ma'am, in my surrounding there will be no one talk to with me in English. So
right.
if I have if I can speak, it will in the in a day I can speak it a little bit 15 to 20 minutes. So it can will be practice. But in my surrounding there is no not everyone single will be talk with me in English. So that's a can in which way I can practice that.
Yeah, so this reading exercise is an excellent way to practice.
Yes.
Okay, so you can actually just pull out videos, spend maybe a half an hour, like 40 minutes daily. Okay, do
Okay. Ma'am,
10 minutes of video and do
there
this exercise. Yeah.
there will be any platform that can I speak with means conversation with.
Yeah, so you can go to a platform called meetup.com. They have a lot of forums there where they have language exchange. So look for English language exchange and you'll find folks who want to practice English as well.
Okay.
So you can go there and to practice your English, you can do this reading exercise. This is also helpful. Like when you're not able to find people, it actually gives your mouth practice with new words. And then you will find that, when you are talking, these words will come easier.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Anyone else wants to try?
Ma'am, I want to.
Neha?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to do this video or you want to do something else?
Ma'am, I will go with this video.
You will go with this video. Dipanjan, can you change the screen, please?
Yeah.
Okay, Neha, please try.
Most countries in England still have the same name as they did many hundreds of years ago. The current countries have been in place since 1972.
Okay. What do you think?
Ma'am, I think I got stuck because I was nervous. Sorry, I'm nervous. That's why I'm getting stuck. Pronouncing, I think I'm good.
Yes, you are. Okay. So your pronunciation is very good. The only thing is you're hurrying through. So basically, you need to give breaks between words.
Yes, ma'am.
So basically, most counties in England still have the same name as they did many hundreds of years ago. The current counties have been in place since 1972. So basically, like exclamation marks, full stops, like they actually add to the rhythm or how you say that particular sentence. So when a person hears it, the tone and the stop pauses also make a difference in what they're understanding, right? Like for example, if I read the current counties have been in place since 1972, that has a different meaning. Current counties have been in place since 1972. Can you find the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So
Ma'am,
basically,
can I go again?
yeah,
Can I
yeah,
read it again?
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Most countries in England still have the same name.
Not countries, sorry. Read
Most
properly.
countries, counties.
Yes, read. You're not
Most
seeing.
counties in England still have the same name as they did many hundreds of years ago. The current countries have been in place since 1972.
Countries.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it countries or counties?
Counties, ma'am. Actually, it's like a default, something like when we read it, we
Yeah.
automatically.
Yes, these are little things maybe you need to pay attention to, right? Don't be in a hurry. Take your time with things.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So your English is good, but see, language acquisition one can't hurry through, Neha. Okay.
Sorry, ma'am.
You can't hurry. It will take
Yes.
its own time for it to improve. It looks like you're in a hurry to get better at English, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
actually, what
Hmm.
happened? I'm extremely nervous, so I'm talking in very hasty. Like I'm speaking very like I'm extremely nervous. This is my first time when I'm talking in live session.
Wow.
This is one of the reason why I'm speaking like this.
I'm so happy to hear that you're taking this opportunity to do this. Wow. Really. See, like, okay, lovely. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you took this chance in my class. All right. Last one, Dipanjan. Then we go to exposure.
Yeah.
Anyone
I
else wants to try? Okay, I think Dipanjan will continue.
Should I stop sharing? Is there
Yeah,
anyone
please
else?
do. Yeah, please do.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Right. So this basically, this is like a little bit of, I wanted to use this class to give away something rather than give more knowledge. So basically the idea was to show you a little bit of exercise. This is a great way for us as Indians, especially when we're not surrounded by people who speak English. So we don't get the opportunity to talk as much. And we are not really familiar with outline forums and we are not confident enough to step out there yet. So what this reading practice does is it helps you address multiple skills. Okay, so one is you're listening for the story, so it improves your comprehension. Okay, second is you're listening to language, so you're becoming like phonetically aware. So you're listening for the sounds, right? So you're listening whether it is countries or counties, like those sounds. So when you are aware of phonetics and when you try and listen to sounds that way, that is something that you kind of become aware of. And then when you try to read it out, so for example, when you read it out once, you might fumble a little, but if you notice, if you read it out second or third time, you feel a lot more confident in actually saying it. That's you getting familiar with the story, the words, as well as actually saying those words, right? So this is something that I wanted to share with you as a little exercise that everyone can do. Just half an hour of this, like take a 10-minute video, listen to it for 10 minutes for understanding, another 10 minutes for language, and another 10 minutes for practice. It'll go a long, long way in improving your spoken English skills. Give yourself like 3 months and see the kind of change that comes in you being able to speak to somebody, normally. So if you practice like this and then suddenly going and talking to a friend, you'll notice that your language comes much, much easier than it used to before. Right? Yeah, so that's all from me. Thank you very much. Dipanjan, we can get into questions and answers. And after Q&A, I want to leave people with some links, and then we can go towards the so that's okay.
Sure, sure. I mean, if anyone has any questions that they want to ask, please go ahead. You can either ask it in the chat or you can unmute yourself and go ahead and ask the question. If anyone has any doubts, anything that they want to clarify, please go ahead. Seems like no one has any questions. Everyone is clear with everything. Enjoyed the
Ma'am,
session.
actually, I have a request.
Uh-huh.
Like I want to request everybody, since I have the same problem. I don't have anyone to talk to. So if anyone is interested, they can like talk to me with me. I also want a companion to talk to. That's why.
Yeah.
Like the girl Dipanjan Hazra,
Yeah. Yeah.
if she want to, she can talk with me. Like even I want to talk with somebody in English.
Okay. So I mean, we are actually in the works of introducing something like this. I think Krishna, if you want to, tell the people about this, or if you want, I can also let them know that we will be bringing a feature where you will be able to join in communities and have interactions with each other. We are currently working on it, hoping to introduce this soon. And once we do, I think that should benefit you. But apart from that, there are existing sites that you can use. I think Krishna, if you can help with that.
Yeah, so you can go to meetup.com. There are many people in there who actually look at language exchange. So look for English language exchange. You'll find people in international communities wanting to practice their English and join them and talk to them. So you will also get exposed to people from different countries with different languages and see how they speak English as well.
Okay. In addition to that, does anyone have any other question that they want to clarify? Any other doubts anyone has? किसी को कुछ सवाल पूछना है, कोई doubt किसी को है तो? Okay. I think we will not have any questions today. Krishna, you wanted to share some links, so if you want, you can go ahead with
Yeah,
that.
let me do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see there are a few people here who've been coming for multiple sessions. I think Ashwini is one of them. Ashwini, if you're here on the call, I noticed that you have attended quite a few sessions, right? And not just the spoken English ones, but other sessions as well. Would you like to share how your experience has been so far? Is something that you've learned, some value that you have found from these sessions?
Yes, sir. It can help me for my improving my English, because because when I can speak with others, I can hesitate, and I can't understand the words. What can I use
Correct.
for announce that? So it can me help, and I can improve my English.
Okay. No, I'm asking, like, apart from these English classes, you've also attended other exclusive sessions, right? Like for other topics.
Uh,
Have you?
yes. In this series, from day two, I can attend
Okay.
the
No, apart, Anand, I'm asking apart from this series, like this is something that's happening on Fridays. Like, have you attended any other exclusive sessions also? Like apart from English, we are also doing other sessions throughout the week. So is there anything else
yes,
that you've
sir. There
yeah,
is a government.
jobs fund, right?
Yes. I
Correct,
can
correct.
attend that.
Yeah, because I've seen you in the participant list in quite a few sessions. So that's why I wanted to ask, like, have you found
Yes, sir.
something interesting here?
Yes.
It's a good thing that we've been able to help you out and you've joined these sessions. We'll keep having
Because
more sessions like these. Yeah,
sir, I want more and more knowledge.
correct.
Apart of only knowledge, so no, I'm not interested on government exams, or but I want that knowledge. because if anyone can be asked, if anyone can ask about that me, if what you have knowledge about government exams or not. So for that suggestions, so I can get more and more knowledge, so I can join the free sessions.
Correct,
So
correct. Okay, okay. All right, sounds good. Thank you so much for, sharing your feedback. Trishna, if you want to add something, otherwise we can move towards the conclusion bit.
No, I'm good.
okay, thank you, sir and ma'am.
Okay, okay. All right. So, firstly, a huge, huge thank you once again to Trishna for, spending your time here and uh, showcasing how you can improve your pronunciation. I'm sure people must have learned something and at least picked up a few resources where you can practice. So please do that. You can definitely join Apna community and follow Trishna. We have a specific community on Apna itself. We will keep posting, videos of the past sessions here, and you can follow those. You'll also find interesting resources, interesting offerings that we'll keep adding there. So if someone wants to dedicatedly take this journey, you can definitely follow this community. If you want, I can attach the link to that community. Let me just quickly do that. Yeah. So from that community, you will be able to, attend future sessions as well, because we make announcement for these sessions on those communities itself. You can register yourself on the future sessions. You can also find out new offerings. And yeah, we hope that you keep coming and come for the next sessions, come for other exclusives as well, and have a really, really good night.
Dipanjan, before we sign out, I'd like to hear from somebody if a format like this actually helps. Like if there's some value they're taking away, I'd like to hear rather than actually see the feedback from.
Sure, sure. Is it, apart from Ashwini, is there anyone else who's been coming for more than one session? Is this not the first session? I think Rosie is also someone who's come for a couple of sessions, right?
Yes, I was been there like
Yeah.
last 3 sessions I have attended.
Okay, perfect,
So I
perfect.
really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for it. Like it's really helpful.
Rosie, so I'd like to know what value you're getting from these sessions. Like, was this session helpful in you taking away something that you can apply to your spoken English and improve? That's my attempt, but I want to hear from you if it's
Yes,
actually having
actually,
some. Yeah.
that is the only challenge what I face also, like to have someone to talk to. So they,
Okay.
I don't have anyone to talk to. So I feel this is a good platform where you are connecting with people and finding out more sources, like from
Okay.
where I can explore and see where how to improve myself in and become more fluent in English speaking. So I really enjoy the session. I'm learning a lot of things from here. So I encourage everyone who wants to, improve their English and want to be in this line. And because English is one of the language which is worldwide spoken, and it's a business language, so one need to have this learn properly, and so that we can address ourselves and express ourselves properly in front of other people.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds lovely. Thank you so much for sharing that, Rosie. Good to know.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Rosie, while you're at it, if you're coming to multiple of my sessions, I do value your input because my classes are really about being able to interact together. Okay.
Okay.
So the idea is I help my students actually navigate their self-learning journeys by themselves, because if you're able to judge where you are in your English learning journey and what you need, and then we're able to provide you that, then what happens is you lose the dependence and the self-dependence. And at some point, when you become an advanced learner, you know which direction to actually take your entire learning journey, right?
Right.
So it would be lovely if you're coming to multiple of my sessions to share a more detailed feedback. Not just saying it's a good session or a bad session, like that's good to know for sure. But
Uh,
going deeper than that and letting me know what kind of value you're getting out of it, what else you would like to learn, what are the kind of things you would like to see more out of these kind of sessions, because we actually go through these feedbacks and try to navigate and create sessions. Like I'm actually creating this for Apna community very specifically.
Yep.
okay.
So each input actually is useful for me to see what else I can offer the entire space. Right?
Yeah.
Sure,
We
I'll
have
be.
attached the feedback form as well. So do feel free to, drop in your suggestions, and we'd love to hear from you as well. All right, I think with that, we come to the end of the today's session. We hope to see you very, very soon in the next week itself. And stay tuned on Apna Community, stay tuned on Trishna's channel. We'll be posting about the next session very, very soon. And yeah, you can register by simply dropping a comment there and we will send you an invite. Yeah. All right.
Dipankar, could you
Yeah.
stay back for a second?
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah. All right. Very good night to everyone else. We'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I don't think we'll have people leaving. Never mind.
No one. I'll sort it out 1 second. Yeah. Okay.
How was the session today? Let's just wrap it up only instead of extending this.
Sorry. Can you pardon?
I said, how was the session today?
Yeah, it was nice. I think it was a bit little niched for some people. Like pronunciation isn't something that a lot of people get a concept of. So, I mean, in terms of viewership, it was less in compared to what we've seen others in terms of people joining in and participating. We've had a very select few people who did that. But apart from that, I think the session had no issues. It's just that I think the number of when we attach certain terms like interviews and answering questions and things like that, which has a broader appeal, that is what draws more people to it. But people who genuinely wanted to learn, those 20 odd people who stayed around till the end, I think that's who our ideal focus should be, people from who we can create value. And so in that aspect, I think it was spot on. Yeah.
All right, let's see. I think we'll have more trending learnings when we finish the 10 sessions and then we'll have
Yeah,
that.
yeah, sure. I mean, obviously, some topics will have a broader appeal and will get more viewership, get more engagement. There will always be certain topics which are more specific to a niche group. So I think this was one of them, and like only no issues with the content, nothing as such. It's just that people were a bit more hesitant than like we've usually seen. So apart from the select few people, others were not really coming forward. But yeah, I think we can always take learnings from there.
Yeah, so for me, the thing is when I looked at today's session, I think people were absorbing a lot.
Yeah, yeah,
And the fact that because this is something that you need to use, it was not a hype session. It was really for you to like engage and take value.
correct.
And I think the fact that people will not leave, that's a sign that people want to stay and kind of engage
Correct.
with the content. Sometimes people just listen.
Yeah,
They want
yeah.
to be around and take it. It's fine.
Yes, yes. And I mean, they are also like pronunciation is not a topic that everyone is very confident about. So they'd rather sit back and see what's happening than be active and participate, because it's something that leads to consciousness. If I'm pronouncing something wrong, there's a stigma, right? That you know this person is pronouncing wrong, so it's an embarrassing thing. So maybe that could be one of the other reasons.
So the thing is, after this session, Dipanjan, I think my engagement with Apna
Yeah.
community is like taking a little bit more depth.
Okay.
Because I want to give more value to people who come. Like for
Yeah.
me, the session is like a little pivot because if you notice, I've given something concrete rather than